You're watching Unplugged TV India. This is Alice Francis. Let's catch some major updates from around the world. Now, Kerala makes use of masks mandatory in state. The Pinarayi Vijayan led Kerala government on Wednesday made wearing of masks mandatory amid a fresh resurgence in COVID-19 cases. Violation to the rule will be punishable, the government said in the latest order. Kerala had eased several COVID restrictions due to the significant fall in the number of COVID cases. Several other states, including Delhi, Karnataka, Chhattisgarh, have brought back the mask rule. In a related development, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday interacted with chief ministers on the emerging COVID-19 situation in the country through video conferencing. He urged states to remain vigilant, especially in view of the upcoming festivities. Foreign Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar on Wednesday said India at 75 years of its independence is at a juncture where it should put behind the idea that it needs to get approval from other quarters that other define India. The comment comes amid India's much debated stand on Russia, which continuing its attack on Ukraine. While India condemned the violence and urged for a ceasefire, it continued its historical trade relations with Russia. In the upcoming 25 years, the Foreign Ministry said he hopes for India to become more international in terms of commitment, role, and responsibilities. On the Russia-Ukraine situation, Jaishankar said the best way forward is to focus on stopping the fighting, getting the talking and finding ways to moving forward. We think our choices are best placed to advance that. On what India could have done better in the last 75 years, the foreign minister highlighted three things. First, attention to social indicators, which he said was not paid. Two, concentrate on manufacturing. And three, importance to hard security. He said this is not a polemical criticism of the past. Meanwhile, during the meetings with the chief ministers of several states, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday told the chief ministers of several states that the COVID challenges has yet not been surpassed and we should not lose the grip on it. He said administering vaccines to every eligible child at the earliest should be our priority. Apart from this, Modi also urged several states to cut VAT on petrol and diesel in spirit of cooperative federalism. PM Modi stated states like Maharashtra, West Bengal, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Jharkhand didn't cut VAT on petrol and diesel in November 2021 when Centre had cut tax on fuel prices. He added that it had affected the citizens. Meanwhile, 11 died of electrocution in Tanjavur. At least 11 people, including 2 children, were killed in the earlier hours on Wednesday in Kalamedu near Tanjavur with Tamil Nadu after an overhead high voltage cable came in contact with a temple chariot during a procession. The deceased were part of the team that was pulling the chariot. Several people died on the spot. At least 15 people who were injured in the incident are being treated in hospital. 4 are critical. Injuries reveal that the victims were participating in a chariot procession organized in memory of Tamil Saivatte Saint Tirunavukasarar by a local prayer club formed and run by the villagers for more than 9 decades when the accident took place. Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin on Wednesday offered his condolences to the families of the deceased and announced an ex gratia of Rs 5 lakh to the next of kin. Some global updates. Russia withdraws from UN tourism body. Russia is withdrawing from the United Nations tourism body. The World Tourism Organization is the United Nations specialized agency, said Wednesday, ahead of a vote by its executive council to suspend Moscow's membership over its invasion of Ukraine. It said Russia has announced its intentions to withdraw from UNWTO, adding that Russia's suspension is effective immediately. As far as COVID situation is concerned in China, Beijing continued testing for COVID-19 among its residents, anxious about an impending lockdown with an expected 3.5 million in the city's largest district, Chaoyang, lining up for their second round of tests under a gloomy sky and light rain on Wednesday. The vast majority of Beijing's around 22 million residents will be tested 3 times by Saturday as city authorities go all out to avoid battling a situation similar to Shanghai, which despite in a weeks-long and despairing lockdown has lodged 500,000 COVID-19 cases and over 200 deaths, including 48 for April 26. Mass tests are ongoing at 12 of the city's 16 districts. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari takes oath as Pakistan's foreign minister. Pakistan People's Party chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari on Wednesday took oath as Pakistan's foreign minister in the government led by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif. President Arif Alvi administered oath to 33-year-old Bilawal at the Aiwan-e-Sadar President's house, where Prime Minister Sharif was also present. Bilawal took the oath nearly a week after he met Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz Supremo Nawaz Sharif in London last week, during which they discussed the overall political situation in Pakistan and vowed to work together on issues pertaining to politics and national interest. PPP is the second largest party in the current coalition government of Prime Minister Sharif, who was appointed on April 11. The woman who carried out the Karachi suicide bombing that killed 4 people, including 3 Chinese nationals, was a highly educated mother of 2. The suicide bomber, 30-year-old Shahri Baloch from Nazarabad in Balochistan, Turbat, had completed MSc in zoology and was married to a doctor. She was pursuing MPhil and was a practicing science teacher, according to a statement released by the Afghanistan-based militant organization Balochistan Liberation Army, which shared responsibility for the attack. Shari Baloch joined the special self-sacrifice squad of the BLA's Majid Brigade 2 years ago. The BLA said that she had been offered the option to opt out of the squad because of her 2 young children, but she refused. Thank you for watching Unplugged TV India. Please hit like, subscribe and share. This is Alice Francis signing off.